The Panama Canal stands as a testament to human ingenuity. For more than 100 years, it has linked the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This crucial waterway has driven global commerce and influenced our modern world. However, the Panama Canal now faces a significant threat, a threat that could alter the landscape of global trade. The Panama Canal's lifeline is its water supply. Enormous locks elevate and lower ships, enabling them to cross the continental divide. But this complex system is now under threat. Climate change is causing more extreme weather, including severe droughts. These droughts are endangering the canal's operations. Without sufficient water, ships cannot navigate the canal. Delays and disruptions are becoming unavoidable. This crisis has prompted the world to ask a tough question. What if the Panama Canal can no longer meet the demands of global trade? To understand the gravity of the situation, we must first grasp the crucial role the Panama Canal has played in shaping our world. Imagine a time before the canal existed. Ships had to navigate treacherous routes around the tip of South America. This journey added thousands of miles and months to travel times. The construction of the Panama Canal was an engineering feat of unprecedented scale. It involved carving a 50-mile channel through jungles, mountains, and swamps. Thousands of workers labored for years, facing disease and perilous conditions. When it finally opened in 1914, the Panama Canal revolutionized global trade. Suddenly, goods and people could move between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans with unprecedented speed and efficiency. This had a profound impact on shipping costs, trade routes, and the global economy as a whole. The Panama Canal became a symbol of human ingenuity and international cooperation. Today, however, the Panama Canal is facing a challenge that even its builders could not have foreseen: climate change. This man-made marvel, which has been a crucial artery for global trade for over a century, is now under threat from the very environment it was designed to navigate. The intricate system of locks that allows ships to traverse the canal depends on a delicate balance of rainfall and freshwater reserves. These locks are a testament to human ingenuity, but they are also vulnerable to the natural world's fluctuations. Droughts, becoming increasingly frequent and severe due to climate change, threaten to disrupt this balance. The once reliable rainfall patterns are now erratic, leading to lower water levels in crucial reservoirs like Gatun Lake. The consequences are already being felt. Ships are finding it harder to navigate the canal, and the delays are mounting. In recent years, the Panama Canal Authority has been forced to impose draft restrictions on ships. These measures are necessary to ensure safe passage, but come at a significant cost. This means that large vessels must carry less cargo to reduce their weight and draft, limiting the amount of goods that can be transported at once. The ripple effects of these restrictions are felt across the global supply chain. These restrictions lead to delays, increased shipping costs, and economic losses for businesses and consumers worldwide. The cost of goods rises, and the efficiency of global trade diminishes. The situation is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the far-reaching impacts of climate change. What happens in one part of the world can have profound effects on economies and lives thousands of miles away. It also highlights the urgent need to explore alternative routes for global trade, routes that are less susceptible to the whims of a changing climate. As we look to the future, innovation and adaptation will be key to maintaining the flow of goods and sustaining global commerce. As the Panama Canal grapples with the effects of climate change, the world is turning its attention to alternative shipping routes. These alternatives, once considered less viable, are now being reassessed for their potential to ensure the smooth flow of global trade. One such alternative is being developed by China, a testament to the country's growing economic might and global ambitions. China has proposed a Nicaragua Canal, a massive infrastructure project that would dwarf even the Panama Canal in scale. This ambitious plan aims to create a new shipping route through Nicaragua, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. While still in its early stages, the Nicaragua Canal has the potential to reshape global shipping lanes. However, the project has also drawn criticism for its potential environmental impact and the enormous financial investment it requires. The Nicaragua Canal serves as a potent symbol of the challenges and opportunities presented by the search for alternative shipping routes in a world grappling with climate change. Section 5. The Tehuantepec Alternative. While China's ambitions in Nicaragua grab headlines, another contender has quietly emerged as a potential rival to the Panama Canal: Mexico's Isthmus of Tehuantepec. Unlike the Panama Canal, which relies on a complex system of locks, the Isthmus of Tehuantepec offers a land-based alternative. Mexico has long recognized the potential of the Tehuantepec Isthmus as a trade corridor. Plans to modernize and expand existing rail lines and highways across the isthmus are already underway. The goal is to create a seamless logistical chain for moving goods between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This dry canal would allow ships to unload cargo on one coast of Mexico, transport it via rail or road across the isthmus, and then reload it onto ships waiting on the other side. While this method might seem less efficient than a direct water route, it offers some key advantages in the face of climate change. Section 6. Weighing the options. The Panama Canal, the Nicaragua Canal, and the Tehuantepec Isthmus all represent different approaches to connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Each has its advantages and disadvantages, and the viability of each route depends on a complex interplay of factors. The Panama Canal, for all its current challenges, benefits from over a century of operation and established infrastructure. It is a known entity in the world of global trade. However, its dependence on freshwater reserves makes it vulnerable to droughts, a risk that will likely increase in the coming years. The Nicaragua Canal, if completed, would offer a new route with potentially greater capacity than the Panama Canal. However, it faces significant hurdles in terms of financing, environmental concerns, and geopolitical complexities. The Tehuantepec Isthmus, with its land-based approach, offers a less vulnerable alternative to climate change. Section 7. A shifting landscape. The challenges facing the Panama Canal and the emergence of alternative routes signal a potential shift in the landscape of global trade. This iconic waterway, which has been a cornerstone of international shipping for over a century, is now at a crossroads. For over a century, the Panama Canal has been the undisputed gateway between the Atlantic and Pacific, shaping trade routes and influencing global economics. Its strategic importance cannot be overstated, as it has facilitated the movement of countless goods and commodities across the globe. However, the convergence of climate change, technological advancements, and geopolitical shifts is forcing a reassessment of traditional shipping lanes. Melting ice in the Arctic, for instance, is opening up new passages that were previously inaccessible, while innovations in ship design are enabling vessels to navigate more challenging routes. The rise of the Tehuantepec Isthmus as a viable alternative highlights the adaptability of global trade. This narrow strip of land in Mexico is being developed to accommodate a growing volume of maritime traffic, offering a shorter and potentially more efficient route for certain shipments. What was once considered a secondary option is now gaining prominence as a more resilient and sustainable route. The Tehuantepec Isthmus is not just a backup plan. It represents a forward-thinking approach to global logistics, one that prioritizes sustainability and resilience. This shift underscores the need for flexibility and foresight in responding to the challenges of a changing world. As global trade dynamics evolve, so too must our strategies for managing them. This means investing in infrastructure, fostering international cooperation, and staying ahead of technological trends. The future of global trade will likely be defined by a diversification of routes, with no single waterway holding absolute dominance. This diversification is crucial for mitigating risks and ensuring the smooth flow of goods, even in the face of unforeseen disruptions. This could lead to a more balanced and resilient global trade network, one that is better equipped to handle disruptions and adapt to evolving circumstances. By embracing a multi-route approach, the global community can build a more robust and flexible system that benefits everyone involved in international trade. Section 8. The future of trade. The Panama Canal's predicament serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world, highlighting how a single choke point can have ripple effects across the globe and the far-reaching impacts of climate change. It compels us to confront a critical question. How will we adapt to these changing realities and ensure the continued flow of goods, services, and ideas that sustain our globalized world? The challenges posed by climate change are multifaceted, affecting not just the environment, but also the very infrastructure that supports global trade. How will we adapt to these changing realities and ensure the continued flow of goods, services, and ideas that sustain our globalized world? The answer lies in our ability to innovate and collaborate on a global scale, leveraging new technologies and approaches to overcome these challenges. The answer likely lies in a combination of innovation, collaboration, and a willingness to challenge long-held assumptions. Just as the Panama Canal once revolutionized global trade, We must now look to new frontiers in technology and logistics to navigate the complexities of the 21st century, and a willingness to challenge long-held assumptions. Just as the Panama Canal once revolutionized global trade, it is a testament to human ingenuity and the power of engineering to reshape the world. However, the challenges we face today require even more advanced solutions. New technologies and innovative approaches to transportation and logistics will be needed to navigate the challenges of the 21st century. Autonomous ships, drones, and AI-driven logistics systems are just a few examples of how technology can transform the way we move goods across the globe. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the map of global trade is not static. It is a dynamic and evolving landscape shaped by forces both natural and man-made. Trade routes will shift, new markets will emerge, and the global economy will continue to adapt. It is a dynamic and evolving landscape shaped by forces both natural and man-made. The choices we make today will determine how well we can adapt to these changes and ensure the resilience of our global trade networks. The choices we make today will determine the course of this evolution and shape the world we pass on to future generations. Policymakers, industry leaders, and innovators must work together to create sustainable and resilient trade systems and shape the world we pass on to future generations. The future of trade is not just about economic growth. It's about creating a world where prosperity is shared and the environment is protected for the generations to come. The Panama Canal story reminds us that even the most enduring feats of engineering are not immune to the forces of change, and that adaptation is the key to survival in an ever-evolving world. The lessons learned from the Panama Canal can guide us as we navigate the uncertainties of the future, and that adaptation is the key to survival in an ever-evolving world. By embracing innovation and fostering global collaboration, we can build a future where trade continues to thrive, even in the face of unprecedented challenges.